Yeah, I mean, I thought that one of the things that we've focused on since our last time here in Soika specifically was taking care of the basketball and offensive organization. And we spent, some three uh, really good days of finding clarity amongst the group um, and building confidence within the system and what we're doing offensively. And so what you saw was a result of that 19 assists and 11 turnovers. I think some of our turnovers were probably ones that we would want back in the last 10 minutes. But NGIT came into tonight desperate for a win, so we had to match that energy, that physicality that we expected them to have, and I thought we did a nice job of that. And these two guys next to me were huge contributors in the first 20 minutes. I think from a defensive standpoint, when they're on the floor together, they do a great job of staying in front of the ball. They do a great job of rebounding when the ball's in an area where you have to pursue it out of your zone. And ultimately, they helped us on the offensive end as well. So I'm really just happy with the effort. I thought it got a little hairy there in the middle of the second half, but we were able to right the ship, and now we're on to Ryder on a quick turnaround on Saturday. I'll let Ian talk about kind of his world of contribution here, but he's a tireless worker, and it shows night in and night out. Go ahead.
Yeah, it feels good to answer your question. I think the main thing is just playing hard. I think we do a good job of that. We work hard in practice, and so when we get an opportunity to play hard, we just try to do that and capitalize on the opportunity.
I think once we get that lead, there's a few things we need to clean up, but our whole mentality is that we want to be that team that beats those teams by as much as we can. We don't want to have those moments where we have 20 and then we go down a little bit. We want to be consistent through the whole game. So I think it comes from energy first, from everyone that plays from the bench, and yeah, it's all about energy.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time preparing a scouting report, and I think that when we lock in on that, we do well defensively. If we don't, obviously we don't do well defensively. I thought we did a good job tonight with the scouting report, so that was the main thing.
Yeah, I think one of our strengths as a team is that we got guys that can do a little bit of everything, from the 5 man to the 1 man. We shoot it really well, and we can all drive and make plays. So I think this is our huge strength as a team in offense. Well, we're gonna prepare tomorrow, and like Ian said, there's no secret sauce. We're gonna get in the gym, get some shots up, get ready for the game, learn about their plays, their players, and play as hard as we can.
Yeah, I think there was purpose. So when you're up by 20, it's definitely has a different psychological impact when the opponent goes on a 6-0 run, because quite frankly, it shouldn't feel like that, but human emotion is very real. Feels like it's a 12-0 run when really it's a 6-0 run. So what I thought, where we have grown in terms of navigating that, is just within our world of organization. We had the proper spacing. Joshua Bosco, who without Elvin Evans is doing just a great job of steadying the ship when it gets a little tough, and he's being relied on a lot to get us organized and get us into the right. Um, I would say just overall scheme. And so we just showed poise. We got inside when we need to get inside. We have to make more free throws in the final 10 minutes of the basketball game. That'll be something that we address. And we have good shooters. We hit 10 threes tonight and came from 5 different guys. And so, we have good enough shooters that we can have 8 guys hit a three, 9 guys hit a three. And so there's no real excuse for missing free throws the way we did. But we showed poise, we showed maturity, and we showed that we have purpose in a situation where you need all of those boxes checked. Up to this point has been pretty strong, very dependable, reliable. The communication has been there. I would say the physicality when it comes to one-on-one defense and doing your job and guarding your man has been there. So that's a huge and very important part of our basketball team and our success. But like these two guys said, they prepare hard. They're very focused group, and they're fun to be around. And they're very goal oriented, and they wanted to make sure that we protected our home floor tonight, and we did that. So I'm proud of them, and they earned a win tonight with their really with their defense.
I think even the coaches that are doing this the longest are still figuring out that balance. I mean, for me, it's more making sure that every player on this team knows that they have to be ready to contribute. And there's an intensity level that comes with being ready. There's a sense of urgency. You have to be on top of your game. So, and there are certain moments where I feel like we're making decisions based on the scoreboard. Yeah, that's where I usually elevate my sense of urgency. But for the most part, I've mellowed out a little bit. Year two is a mellower head coach for sure. Last year, I was fighting every battle. This year, I trust this group. I trust our leadership, and we have very collaborative conversations as it relates to improvement. And I'm appreciative of that because, look, we play a game on Saturday. Joshua Bosco is sending me a text message on Saturday night about offensive organization. Like in one regard, I want him to turn his brain off for a second as it relates to basketball, but on the other side of it, it fires me up because he really cares. And if he really cares, it's my job to make sure that as a staff and as the head coach, I'm doing everything in my power to give him and his teammates the best opportunity to succeed.